We live in a time where people share almost every aspect of their lives and daily routines. From throwbacks to selfies and the famous "look at what I'm eating" pictures, people have made it a habit to show the world everything that they are doing. We have become addicted to a virtual world of friends, followers, and likes, known as social media. Today we will inform you of the influence that social media has on our culture. After much research, we have gathered a substantial amount of information from books and journal articles regarding social media. Today we will discuss the history of social media, its significance, how it changed communication, and how it changed human behavior, and social media's influence on society. First off, the history of social media. What is social media? According to uncp.edu, social media are sites where people interact freely, sharing and discussing information about each other and their lives, using multimedia mix of personal words, pictures, videos, and audio. The first signs of social media began in 1978 when two Chicago computer hobbyists created a virtual community that had bulletin boards where friends could coordinate meetings and announcements as well as share ideas. The next accomplishment was AOL. It was created in 1985 but became more monumental in 1997 because of their launch of AOL Instant Messenger. It was also the big year that blogging began. It wasn't until 1998 that Google opened as a major internet search engine. Wikipedia, the online encyclopedia, began in 2001. The first official social media network began in 2002, which was known as Friendster. LinkedIn was created in 2003 as a site for business people and mainly used for professional networking. MySpace came soon after in the same year, gaining a lot of popularity, but later replaced with a site that is still popular today, known as Facebook. Facebook took off in 2004, originally built and created by Harvard students. YouTube was developed in 2005, allowing users to view and upload videos. Twitter then came in 2006, gaining popularity by the short messages called tweets people were able to post. Last but not least, Pinterest and Instagram, which both were developed in 2010 and have become some of the top social networks today. A theory known as hot and cold media, written by Marshall McLuhan, compares different types of media. In his theory, he states that different forms of media allow for different forms of audience participation. The less effort that has to be put forward to fill in the information, the hotter and more high definition that form of media is. On the other hand, the more work that one has to put into understanding the message being conveyed, the cooler and more low definition it is. Hot media normally emphasizes one sense, such as sight or sound, and according to Kenneth Kimbara, author of Think Culture, today we have newer forms of media that allow multisensory engagement. Although social media is such a hot and happening trend today, it is cool in its practices because it doesn't focus on one sense specifically, but many all at once. We have to engage multiple senses when surfing our newsfeed. There are pictures to see, text to read, and videos to watch. Not one sense is being used intricately, making social media a cool form of media. Now let's begin looking at the significance of social media.
Social media has made sufficient effects on businesses. It is efficient and inexpensive. According to Lauren Hallback, author of Importance of Social Media Among Businesses, 95% of corporates are using social media, and 85% said that it has given their business more exposure. Branding can be done effectively through social media. In 2013, 36% of marketers acquired customers via Twitter, 52% via Facebook, and the remaining percent on other social media websites. Social media also enables us direct customer interaction. Social media allows for two-way conversations and engagement tools. Lastly, it can generate more leads or sales. Studies have shown that social media produces almost double the marketing leads than any other method that is used. Not only has social media made a significance on business, it also made significant effects on schools. There has been a 50% increased rate in grades. 20% of students worldwide now start completing extra credit assignments for no credit. Social media has changed the way of communication. How has social media changed the way of communication? According to Core and Copra, social media has required some unique adaptations to the way we communicate. It allows us to learn a new language. Social media uses limits on sites, which causes us to condense our thoughts. An example of this is character limits, which be things such as LOL and TTYL. This has resulted in excessive use of text speak. Another area that changes is we now write for a larger audience. One post on social media and the world is capable of seeing it. It creates excitement and causes oversharing of information. Through social media, we have to discern between text speak and proper grammar. According to Copra, while Twitter is forgiving of text speak, Facebook's longer text lists encourage proper grammar. Because we have to condense our thoughts, most people end up using slang in media, and it carries out to everyday talk. Emails and blogs use the most proper grammar. With social media, we see fewer eyes. Due to no face-to-face interaction, cyberbullying becomes a major problem. Bullying on social media is more persistent than it would be if it took place at school. People have more confidence when not face-to-face. Social media allows for more contact for the victim and more communication in a public manner. Not always being face-to-face with a person can have its benefits as well. According to Mara Keller, author of the National Association of Social Work, our message tends to be more open due to the fact that we follow people who only agree with our point of view. Now for how social media has changed human behavior.
First, we have altruism, which is the unselfish concern for others. Kathleen Shaw on psych.org partnered with the Australian Red Blood Cross Service to see if recognition will help promote blood donation. Some donors do want to receive social value or be recognized for supporting a cause by their significant others because it is an important part of who they are as a person. She found that online donor appreciation strategies proved effective. Next, we have hedonism, which is a belief that pleasure, happiness, and sensual self-indulgence are the most important goals in life. As expressed on globallysocial.net, people post because there's a certain satisfaction that comes with it. Posting on Twitter, Facebook, or even giving a review on Yelp can relieve a burden and becomes an addicting way to get happiness and satisfaction. The posting of sensual indulgence seems to get more popularity in social media, thus encouraging it. Then we have homophily, which is the tendency of individuals to associate and bond with similar others. According to the annual review's official site, homophily limits people's social worlds in a way that has powerful implications for the information they receive, the attitudes they form, and the interactions they experience. Then we have memetics, which is a study of memes. According to socialnomics.net, memes are a cultural element passed from person to person. Memes are a form of engaging in sale marketing content that can be used to get noticed and increase audience engagement. And it can be used to manipulate one's attitude towards a topic. And of course, we have narcissism, which is excessive fascination with oneself. Narcissism leads to more social media use. Social media use leads to positive self-views. And people who need a self-esteem boost turn to social media, as Jean describes on her article in the New York Times. And finally, we have tribalism, which is a person's strong feeling of identity and loyalty towards a specific group. According to the Business Bro website, social media enables continued interactions between the supporters of a brand and between consumer and the companies, thus increasing engagement. Lastly, let's look at how social media influence society. It causes distractions in social situations. It creates a sense of multitasking, which is ineffective. According to the new marshmallow test on Slate.com, even when students knew they were being watched while studying, most couldn't go 15 minutes without engaging their devices. They go on to say that evidence from psychology, cognitive science, and neuroscience suggests that when students multitask while doing schoolwork, their learning is far spottier and shallower than if they had their full attention. They understand and remember less, and they have greater difficulty transferring their learning to new contexts. Social media also encourages criticism, whether it be positive or negative.
In conclusion, our purpose today was to inform you about social media and how it continues to transform our society. We have discussed with you the history of social media, the significance of social media, how social media has changed communication, how social media has changed human behavior, and social media's influence on society. Now that you can all see the ways social media has influenced our culture, we can all log out now.